Hello, my amazing friends. Today I'm going to tell you a story that is not just a story, it's a journey of pain, power, and unshakable belief. This is the story of a man who never gave up, a man who trained in the mountains, who fought with heart, who followed his faith, and who became a world champion without ever losing a single fight. He was not just strong in the ring, he was strong in his mind, strong in his values, and strong in his love for family. The man who made history in the UFC. His name is Khabib Nurmagomedov. You may know him for his wrestling, or his famous win against Conor McGregor. But trust me, the real story behind Khabib is even more powerful than the fights you've seen. In this video, I'll share everything about his life, every moment, every challenge, every victory, from the small village in Dagestan where he was born, to becoming the undefeated lightweight champion of the world. So stay with me till the end, because this story will inspire you like never before. And it's perfect for your English too. It's told in easy words so you can understand everything clearly. As you listen, you'll learn new words and phrases, and you'll grow stronger in English and in life. Let's begin the incredible story of the Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov was born on September 20th, 1988, in a small village called Sildi, in Dagestan, Russia. This place is in the mountains. Life there is not easy. The roads are tough, the weather is cold, and people grow up strong. Khabib's family was not rich, but they were full of love, respect, and tradition. His father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, was a famous wrestling coach. He trained many athletes, but his biggest dream was to make his own son a champion. From a very young age, Khabib was different. When other children played with toys, Khabib trained. He ran in the mountains, lifted heavy stones, and learned how to wrestle. His father was very strict. He wanted Khabib to be disciplined. One day, when Khabib was just 9 years old, his father made him wrestle a bear. Yes, a real bear. That video became famous many years later. But for Khabib, it was normal. This was how he learned strength and control. As Khabib grew older, his training became more serious. He learned judo, sambo, and boxing. He trained every single day. There were no parties, no bad habits, no distractions. Just training, family, and faith. Khabib is a devout Muslim. He always respected his religion and stayed away from the lifestyle many other fighters followed. In 2008, Khabib started his professional MMA career. He fought in small promotions in Russia and Ukraine. Nobody knew his name, but he kept winning. Fight after fight, opponent after opponent, he never lost. People started to notice. They said, "Who is this kid from Dagestan?" Khabib's style was simple but powerful. He would take his opponent down and keep him there. No one could escape. No one could stop him. In 2012, Khabib got the call that changed his life. The UFC, the biggest MMA organization in the world, signed him. Khabib moved to the United States to fight in the octagon. He didn't speak English, and life in America was very different. But he didn't care. He came to fight. He made his UFC debut against Kamal Shaloris and won easily. After that, he kept winning. He beat fighters like Gleison Tibau, Thiago Tavares, Pat Healy, and Rafael dos Anjos. But even though Khabib kept winning, he also had problems. He had many injuries. His fights were canceled again and again. Fans waited to see him fight Tony Ferguson, another top fighter, but that fight was canceled 5 times. Still, Khabib didn't complain. He stayed patient. He trained harder. He waited for his chance. That chance finally came in April 2018. At UFC 223, Khabib fought for the UFC lightweight championship. His opponent was Ali Aquinta. Khabib dominated the fight and became the champion. For the first time, a Russian fighter became a UFC world champion. He was now 26 wins and 0 losses, but the world hadn't seen anything yet. Later that year, Khabib faced the biggest test of his career. He fought Conor McGregor, one of the most famous and dangerous fighters in the world. The build-up to the fight was intense. Conor insulted Khabib's religion, father, and country. He threw a metal dolly at Khabib's bus and attacked his team. But Khabib stayed calm. He didn't fight with words. He saved everything for the octagon. On October 6, 2018, Khabib vs. McGregor happened at UFC 229. It became the biggest fight in UFC history. Khabib smashed Conor. He took him down again and again. In round 4, Khabib made Conor tap out. He proved who was better. But after the fight, Khabib jumped out of the cage and attacked Conor's team. The situation went out of control. Khabib was suspended and fined, but he also became more famous than ever before. After that, Khabib fought 2 more times. He defeated Dustin Poirier in 2019 and Justin Gaethje in 2020. Before the fight with Gaethje, Khabib's father passed away due to COVID-19. It broke his heart. His father was his coach, his mentor, his best friend. But Khabib stayed strong. He fought for his father's honor. After beating Gaethje, Khabib cried in the cage. He removed his gloves and said, "This is my last fight." He had promised his mother he would not fight without his father, and Khabib always keeps his promises. Khabib retired with a perfect record, 29 wins, 0 losses. No other champion in UFC history has retired undefeated like him. He could have made more money. He could have kept fighting. But he walked away as a true warrior, a man of honor. After retirement, Khabib did not disappear. He became a coach and a mentor. He trains fighters like Islam Makhachev, who also became a UFC champion. Khabib also started his own fight promotion, Eagle FC. He travels the world, gives interviews, helps people, and builds gyms for young kids in Dagestan. He shows them a better way, a life of discipline, respect, and faith. Khabib's story is not just about fighting, it's about values. He never drank alcohol. He never disrespected his opponents. He always prayed before and after fights. He stood for his religion, his people, and his family. He didn't chase fame. He didn't change for money. He stayed true to who he was. In 2022, Khabib was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. The world celebrated him not just as a fighter, but as a role model. Millions of fans around the world, especially in Muslim countries, look up to him. He showed that you can be strong and still be kind. You can win and still be humble. Khabib Nurmagomedov is more than a champion. He is a legend, a symbol of strength, discipline, and faith. He came from a small village in the mountains and reached the top of the world without ever losing a fight or his values. This is the story of Khabib, the eagle from Dagestan, undefeated, unbroken, unmatched. And that, my friends, is the incredible story of Khabib Nurmagomedov, a man who showed us that strength is not just about fighting. It's about discipline, patience, respect, and the unwavering belief in yourself, no matter the odds. Khabib taught us that the greatest victory isn't always the one in the ring. It's the victory over our own limitations. He came from humble beginnings, from the mountains of Dagestan, and became a legend. But through it all, he never lost his heart, his values, or his faith. So, what can we learn from Khabib? We learn that no matter how hard life gets, no matter how many obstacles we face, we can rise. We can work hard, stay true to ourselves, and achieve greatness. And most importantly, we can leave a legacy of respect, honor, and integrity. Just like Khabib's journey was a long process of learning and growing, learning English is the same. It takes time, effort, and determination. But with each step, you get better and stronger. By watching Khabib's story, you not only understand his legacy, but you also get the chance to improve your English. You're learning valuable words, phrases, and expressions that will help you speak with confidence and clarity. I hope Khabib's story has inspired you, just as it has inspired millions around the world. As you continue your own journey, both in life and in learning English, remember, like Khabib, you too can be unbeatable, not just in sports, but in everything you set your mind to. Thank you for watching this incredible story. Now go out there, improve your English, and be your own champion.